G'day guys, this is your bubbly host, H2O-Cream. I hope my Dream Stream family and viewers are well. If you want to be part of the Dream Stream family, I stream on Twitch. If you'd like to find out more about me and my stream schedule, come around and come and check out with me and my community and hang out there. So it's been a while since I've done a throwback video. Today I found a cool video. I was looking for some epic videos and I came across one by K-Dub from the the Gym Cup, the Ghost Gym Cup. I think that would have been back a couple of years ago now, something like that. However, I've noticed that even though we have, set types for all the gym cups and stuff like that, I've noticed that overall that ghost type figures have been pretty consistent throughout Poju's meta. And one of those figures in particular that I noticed were used time and time again, and for me had become my overall favourite, and that was Sableye. It had the advantage that it was able to pass through other figures, great. And it also had a great gold attack, which was a really nice counter. Plus it had the ability to give a status effect, and that was a really good added bonus. I think the only weakness to Sableye was the Will-O-Wisp. However, overall, if you had other ghost type figures to buff it, plates, it was a pretty good, decent and consistent figure. However, I won't comment on Mega Sableye, for when that was first released, it was an absolute horrid nightmare, and it could not pass through other figures until the devs changed that. So, phew, thank goodness for Mega Sableye that it got redeemed. But yeah, I really just enjoy showcasing teams or figures in general that you might not see a lot or like seldom used. So yeah, I'm just going to switch over screens and I'll go ahead and show you this match. I think you guys will enjoy it too. Okay, so getting straight into it. So this is K-Dub with their team. They've got, as you saw, they've got Mejana, they've got Cabellion, they have got their Sableyes, and also they've got Zoroark. And for those that are familiar, you'd pretty much understand the strategy. For those that are not, I'll walk you through it. So essentially Cabellion it's famous for its cheese. However, the real reason why it's so good is due to its ability Ironheart. So what happens is that when adjacent friendly figures are next to Cabellion, like it has to be like adjacent next to, they won't, both Cabellion and the adjacent figure will not be knocked out by gold attacks. Honestly, very, very good, very strong, especially relevant when the Rayquaza meta was at its finest and its strongest. So very, very good as well, especially if teamed against, you've got like a very heavy purple team. So awesome there, especially if you want to protect figures like that were good defenders but were very weak to getting knocked out. And as you can see, as the setting up is occurring, we've got Yveltal here. Due to its ability as well, other ghost type figures cannot pass through. So that's what made this team very good. And of course, we've got the ghost types abilities are being buffed as well to 3 MP. I can't remember who did the buffing or if it was a plate. I'm sorry, I can't really recall right now. I think it was Yveltal, I'm pretty certain. However, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. So the thing is that when they were all paired together, especially with Mejana, they were able to deal +3 damage for each time your own figures were rotated out from the PC. It was also able to remove curse and cracked markers, which was extremely relevant, especially for this Ghost Gym Cup, because we know that most of the ghost type figures were able to leave some type of marker, particularly the nets, and also status effects as not status effects, but because of the curses as well, some of them did leave like status effects as well. So that was pretty good how Magina was able to counter the curses and cracked markers. Now Incineroar was really good because if the opponent's figure had a status effect, Incineroar was able to work much like a plate, where the figures could still, your actual own figures could still come onto the board because Incineroar was on the field. So very, very handy, especially for this cup. And because of Zoroark with its ability, especially with the cross counter, any of the figures that attacked more than 110 damage were knocked out to the PC. And also Incineroar's Wheel Slice there, Suplex, was very annoying because it had the ability to move figures anywhere and everywhere. Very good for getting the surround wins if you could pull it off whilst on the field. But what was really nice is that because they were both very similar with the figures that they're running, this was a pretty balanced team here. You really had no idea who was going to win. And as you can see here, a lot of it was going to be down to strategy and a lot of it was RNG. As most of us know, for anyone that has not played Pokemon Duel before, a lot of it was heavily placed on RNG. There was also some strategy involved, but if you didn't get the rolls in your favor, it was very difficult to pull off successfully. However, with having like a figure like Magina in there, even if the rolls didn't go in your favor, your team would end up getting their attack damage buffed. So it was being able to work a way around that and how to make things work. And in this case, they're trying to use Yveltal as like blocks here and just to defend their own goals. So it was a really all-round, very, very nice team. And strategically, I liked how both the players had this. And you can see here, K-Dub ended up having their Sableye knocked out because of a 4% miss. So these are when things can start happening, and it's going to be very, very difficult to get Cobalion knocked out unless you've got like a purple strategy like Suplex that could move Cobalion away in order to attack the opposing or adjacent figures that are next to Cobalion. So yeah, I like where this is going so far. We can see right now that it's hard to make heads or tails here who is winning, but you can see that both the figures, both the people here running their teams have got quite strong. Honestly, it's going to be difficult to get through K-Dub's defense line because of that Cobalion, and especially with the way that Cobalion, that's a classic cheese, the way that, or sandwich, I should say. See how Cobalion's like sandwiched up there, and it makes it almost impossible for that to be knocked out. So honestly, yeah, hopefully Mega Sableye can start doing some stuff to Cobalion in order to get through K-Dub's impenetrable defense so far. But for now, K-Dub is doing a very good job of holding their own. I'm not too sure what the opponent is going to do with their Mega Sableye. So far, it's just sitting there doing much of nothing, which is a little bit confusing. Unless they're just using the ability of Mega Sableye to buff their own team whilst the other figures attack. But see, the status effect comes in, rotates, the confusion comes in. So Magina's going to come in, land Shift Gear. Shift Gear is not that good. It pretty much makes it go from 2 MP to 3 MP, and that Shift Gear becomes a miss, which is really unfortunate because I think that was almost 16% of the wheel. So that's a little bit ouchy for Magina. That's pretty much its only weakness. So, yeah, now it's just most of it's boiling down to strategy, tactics, and also RNG. So for now, yeah, K-Dub unfortunately had their Cobalion knocked out. I did miss that detail. yeah, as we saw though, that unfortunately for K-Dub there, they had their Cabellion knocked out, and once that goes, pretty much you lose all line of defense. That's a very heavily relied on figure. But yeah, if it doesn't go to your ability, it can definitely alter the course of your team. And honestly, K-Dub played that very, very well. But I really did, regardless of who won or who lost, overall, I think that was a very, very interesting team combination. And honestly, I really, really liked the way that was synergized on both opponents. And I liked how they both had their own variations. And honestly, I think that was a really good showcase of when you are able to put some unlikely figures together, you can pull off some really amazing stuff. And really the Gym Cups allowed you to showcase those figures that you normally couldn't in meta, because meta was very dependent on what the most relevant figure was at the time, and it didn't allow you to explore all your figures, whereas the Gym Cup does. So hats off to K-Dub and to their Japanese opponent. I thought overall that was pretty amazing. And yeah, let me know guys if you have a favorite ghost type figure or a favorite figure overall. Let me know in the comments below. And if you did enjoy my content that I have done today, and again, thank you so much to everyone that's given me my support. Please give this video a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. All your support is very much appreciated. I am slowly but surely halfway through to my progression now to get into towards 500 subs, and I'm really super excited for that. And I've got lots of plans I want to do once I reach 1,000 subs with my community, and it won't be just for my benefit, but it will benefit you guys as well. And yeah, I've got an awesome surprise stream coming up when I do reach 500 subs, and I really hope you guys will enjoy that. Yeah, I'll leave the video there guys. I really appreciate it again, and I will create another one of these videos soon. Still no updates yet from Karu or Shutterbug and their team, unfortunately. Also, there's still no news yet on Pokemon Unite, but we do know it's coming out sometime in spring 2021. And if there is a beta coming out, I will certainly apply for it, even if it is in the language. But again, I don't know who will get the keys or who will be entitled to actually participate. But hopefully that helps a little bit, guys. This is your bubbly host, H2O Queen, over and out. Peace, love, light. Enjoy the rest of the day. Take care, and thank you so much for everyone's support.